got the longest hair ever.
Totally hot, totally cool, totally hair Barbie. You've got something special. Whoa.
Totally Hair Barbie doll has blonde or brunette hair down to her toes and comes with depth styling gel. Dolls each sold separately.
Barbie, totally hair. Who's got the super longest hair in town? Barbie, totally hair. Barbie, totally hair.
Barbie Totally Hair dolls, each sold separately.
With Barbie, you can be anything.
Hello doll fans and welcome back to Beauty Inside a Box. Today I have the new Barbie Totally Hair doll, which I'm super excited about. Well, I'm kind of excited about. I'll explain. This doll is kind of a reboot or a remake or a reissue, or like it's paying tribute to, I'm not really sure what you describe it, the original Totally Hair Barbie, who came out in 1992, the same year I was born. Now, the original Totally Hair Barbie has a very important spot in Barbie history because she is the best-selling Barbie doll of all time. She was incredibly popular. So, in the year we are currently in, 2022, Barbie has decided to reissue this doll, remake her, and it's interesting. It's interesting. But I thought we could kind of open this doll and also compare her to the original doll and see how the remake holds up. Obviously, I mean, spoiler alert, there kind of is no comparison. The original doll is definitely better. But, you know, this doll has some nice features and this will just be a fun little comparison. Let me know in the comments what you think of Totally Hair Barbie, the current Totally Hair Barbie, or the original Totally Hair Barbie. First of all, I thought it was important to mention that this doll is actually a reproduction. So this is not an original Totally Hair Barbie from 1992. This was a reproduction from a couple years ago. And there are already some differences between this doll and the original. First of all, the biggest difference I would say is her bangs, her fringe. In the UK we call it a fringe, in America I know they call it bangs. In the original doll, her bangs are huge. They're like really over the top. And in the reproduction, for some reason, they gave her much more kind of toned down bangs. Also, this doll didn't come with depth styling gel, which was a kind of key feature of the original doll. I think probably because the promotional tie-in that was all based around probably doesn't exist anymore. Maybe depth styling gel doesn't exist anymore. I don't know. Anyway. Also, the hair quality is slightly different in this doll, just in general. It doesn't feel or look the same. But other than that, this is a pretty faithful reproduction of that original doll. And honestly, this is probably one of my favorite dolls in my collection. It is such a quintessential piece of Barbie history. And the aesthetic for me just screams Barbie. It's very nostalgic. And now here we have the remake. We'll take a really quick look at the box and then I will open her and we will compare and contrast. So for our really quick look at the packaging, first of all, I do really like the logo. I found it interesting that the original doll was called Totally Hair Barbie and this one seems to be called Barbie Totally Hair. Interesting. There is a beautiful illustration of the doll down here. I like the colours, they're very reminiscent of kind of vintage Barbies. There are some pictures of different hairstyles you can create with the doll on the back here. There are the other dolls you can get in this line, and I have to say, in general, I like this line, and I probably will get some more of the dolls in it, but we'll see how this doll does first of all. There's this little image up here which I think is telling us that her hair changes colour in water, which, you know, a fun feature, a very classic Barbie feature. But now that I've spoken about the packaging, I'm going to take her out of the box and we can take a closer look at this doll. Okay, doll fans, so she is out of the box, and my first impressions are good, Obviously, she doesn't hold a candle to the original Totally Hair Barbie. I probably am a bit biased because I have a lot of nostalgia for this doll. Okay, so her face is really cute, and I love that they've kept her bangs, because they are such an important part of the original doll. I like the way her hair is styled, and the hair quality, it needs a bit of a brush. As you can see, it's a, oh gosh. Look at this massive knot in it. Oh dear. I mean, I feel like if I run a brush through it, this will be fine. She's just got one random rat's tail in there, but it's fine. Yeah, I feel like a brush will fix that. But the hair quality overall, other than this little mess over here, is pretty good. It's pretty good. My first major complaint of this doll is I think one of the kind of key features of the original Totally Hair Barbie was that her hair went literally to the floor, you know? And this doll is like 2 inches off. Like, she just needs her hair to come down to here, and then she will be a true spiritual successor to the original Totally Hair Barbie doll. Her hair's too short. And I know that's ridiculous to say because it's ridiculously long, but it is too short. This is not totally hair, this is somewhat hair, or like nearly hair, or partly hair, not totally hair. Her face is really cute, I like the facial screening. They've even given her purple eyeshadow, which I definitely think is a reference to the original doll. She's got stars on her earrings and a star necklace. And now for her dress. The material is not great. I would say it's a little frumpy, you know. I feel like Barbie, in an attempt to come across as wholesome as possible, often wears dresses these days that are completely shapeless. It's like she's wearing a potato sack, which I think is a shame, you know. Obviously, you know, parents are gonna love this look, but there's just zero edge to it. There's not a lot of fun. It's very dowdy. I do love a puffy sleeve. But I just wish it was kind of like more fitted. The pattern is obviously meant to be in reference to the kind of psychedelic pattern of the original doll. This doll was definitely kind of referencing the 60s in its styling, and I think this doll has kind of retained that reference, but I don't think it's as well achieved here. I'm not a big fan of the stars, but it's fine. It's fine. It's not the best pattern, but I like the colours. I do really like the colours. And talking about her shoes, I quite like the kind of chunky heel and the straps. They're fine. And you know what, thank God she's in heels at least. Now, my biggest complaint with this doll, and with most modern day Barbies, is the articulation is just trash. Like, why is there no bend in the knees? Why? I just want her to bend her knees. Like, come on Barbie, you can do it. Imagine if I broke her on camera. She just has the basic 5 points of articulation, and you know, this doll cost me £25, so thanks for that, Barbie. She also has this kind of ugly star bag. Yeah, it's just a piece of plastic, you know, it's fine. Now, the original, on the other hand, has incredible long, soft hair, which I absolutely love. The cutest superstar Barbie face. This headband, which is actually made of material. She's got swinging earrings, love that. This cute little 60s miniskirt dress, and her legs bend, which I love. Love a bend in the knees. And she's got the classic Barbie pumps. I mean, Barbie basically always wore the same shoes around this time, which isn't great, but you know, they're classic shoes. Now, in terms of this doll's accessories, we have this interesting little waistcoat. I don't know, I'm not a fan. I don't like it. I don't like it. It looks like a body warmer or like a life jacket or something. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. She comes with some Velcro stars to stick in her hair, which I don't suggest you use because it always makes the hair super tangly. She comes with these sunglasses. They're kind of cool, I guess. Could be worse. She comes with some little elastic bands. This Barbie hairbrush, which I think is in reference to the hairbrush which Hollywood Hair Barbie came with, which is quite a cool idea. I do quite like this comb, it's cute. And then my least favourite accessory for this doll is definitely these plastic scrunchies. I don't understand why they didn't make these out of material. It just looks really cheap. Now, I don't have any of the original doll's accessories with me here, but she came with loads and loads of hair accessories, but most of them were actually made of fabric or material. They weren't just plastic. Plastic accessories always feels like they're cutting corners a little bit. So there we have it, doll fans. I spoke about the brand new Totally Hair Barbie and the original Totally Hair Barbie from 1992. And I have to say, in my opinion, the original definitely reigns supreme. But, you know, this doll has some nice features. The hair quality is good. She's not a total misfire. Please let me know which doll is your favourite in the comments. Barbie has made quite a few kind of recreations of their original dolls in recent years. Like, I know they made one of the Barbie and the Rockers line, which was very poorly received. Please let me know in the comments which doll lines you would like to see Barbie try and recreate. For myself, I would really like them to try and recreate Jewel Hair Mermaid Barbie, which is one of my favourite dolls of all time, or Hula Hair Barbie, I also love that doll. Or if they could make reproductions of those dolls, I would also really appreciate that. Please also like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Also check out some more of my videos and don't forget to check me out on Instagram and TikTok, and I will see you real soon, doll fans. Bye!